The scenario is going to be Destruction. It is a 2015 Steamroller scenario. It includes Kill Box. You need 5 points to win. You get 1 point for controlling the zone, 2 points for dominating. You can't do either of those, though, until you destroy the enemy objective, and doing so will give you 1 control point. You can't do any of the scoring, though, until the second player's second turn. Hey guys, this is Maelok, and this will be another War Machine Battle Report at 50 points. I'm running my good old pink gators, and leading my forces this time will be Maelok, probably my favorite gator caster. Meanwhile, on the other side, it's going to be my buddy here trying to run a weird Calandra mix. Normally you see it with like a bajillion lights. This one will still have 4 or 5, but it also has the mountainking, has some warders, and yeah, it's a little bit more of a mix. So it's kind of going halfway with the tier and halfway not with the tier, really. Alright, so overall it looks like this. Again, he decided to make the terrain a little bit more fun, so don't really look at the restrictions for how close things are. It didn't really matter. I mean, it was only hurting him with his gargantuan anyway, and it's not like we're really going to be dedicated on the left. But for me, I am running my list here with a bull snapper and also an ironback spitter. I have 3 units of posse, 2 witch doctors, then I also have a croak hunter up there, and normally I would also have snapjaw and wrong eye, but I forgot the cards. So since I can't run them, I am running 2 units of bog trogs instead. So that'll be alright. I mean, normally instead of the 2 units of bog trogs, min units, I'll have Snapjaw and Wrong Eye, like I said, and that Croak Hunter would be a Totem Hunter. But you know what? We'll give this one a try. For him up there, he is running the Slag Troll broken half just for the game, but the left one's a Slag Troll, then we have a Winter Troll, a Pyro Troll, and also that little Electricity Troll. He has the Warders there, then he also has the Stone going on in the back, he has the Rune Shapers, he also has Janissa, and then Calandra's hanging back with, I don't know if there's some other crazy support too. So normally, what I'd be doing with a Maelok list is I'd be trying to grind you down and also going for clock. Well, we're not playing with death clock, so that's not really going to be an option. And grinding won't really work because that Mountain King with the armor buff, I mean, my PAL 13 Gators just can't do enough. And worse yet, he can use snacking to remove my guys from play, so I can't even bring them back. So that would be really, really bad. So I'm guessing what I need to do is use my feet actually more as an assassination and try and get deep into his lines and get to Calandra. But we'll see how that works. Alright, I win first turn. I put Zombify on each of the 2 flanking units of Gators. Middle one has the Death Pack. I also Spiny Growth the 2 front ones because why not? And that's my first turn. His first turn, he's really just getting up here. Nothing special going on. Another interesting part of the tier is that all of his beasts get to start with one of the Animuses. So of course you go for the Winter Troll. So if I get within, you know, the 2 inches and engage him basically, I get stationary. So luckily I'm not really within range to do that for the most part anyway, but I'll have to be a little bit careful. So the way it looks here is I really would love to just get up to that wall and block them on the other side. But that's really not going to be a possibility because of that Animus I just talked about. Plus, I don't really have the speed either. I'm just not quite fast enough to get there. So what I'm going to need to do is just kind of space myself out carefully, hopefully drawing some pieces to the sides so that the bog trogs can come in as well and try and deal with them. So that's what I do is I run up here. Of course, Zombify, the same thing. Upkeep, get some Spiny Growth out there. The Spitter gets a shot into the Pyro Troll, does a good amount of damage, like 9 damage. It takes out one of the columns there, so that's pretty awesome. But otherwise, Bog Trogs coming from either flank. I don't know if the Bog Trogs are actually going to do anything, but they are going to put on more pressure, if nothing else, forcing him to turn around and deal with them. And I'm also needing him to unpackage his list. What I mean by that is I need his guys to space out, because if I'm going to pop my feet going corporal and charge through, I need a place to go. And actually, I almost cast feet right away here, but I was like, oh no, that's dumb. You know, sometimes you want to do feet early so they can really resist the counter charge here, but I can't. I need my feet for that incorporeal charging through his lines. So on his turn, he does his best to kind of, stay protected but still go after me. He has Star-Crossed up. He also cast his feet. He is able to go with his warders, and the warders actually kind of crap the bed. They didn't really do very well at all. One of them comes over again in the way of the Bog Trogs. Meanwhile, on the right, those Bog Trogs do okay. I mean, I lose 4, and they fail their command test. But hey, I mean, the Rune Shapers came up after them. The little electricity troll comes after them, so that all works out. Meanwhile, the Pyro Troll, poor guy there, he goes after my Gator on the right, and I tough. Is it 3 times in a row? Yeah, I think it was 3 times in a row I tough. So dice are going nasty for me. Well, good for me, nasty for him. Otherwise, mountainking walks up and he gets a little bit more work done. He kills 2 gators in the middle, and that's even hilarious there. The mountainking needs frickin' 8s to hit me. Because with Dirge, I go to 13. He's only mat 5. That's pretty insulting. Now, luckily, with being able to reroll 1s and 2s, that helps. But still, yeah, there we go. So looking at this, I think this will be the time that I need defeat. Now, here's my big problem that I have going on here. For me to go through and get to Calandra, who's not camping anything, a lot of my stuff actually stayed further back. I should have really probably pushed up a little bit more. Plus, there's really the left side is completely covered with those stones. So there's not lots of room. I can bring back 2 more gators, charge through, maybe get 3 onto her, but if that fails, that's going to be really it. So I don't see any good way of getting more there. If the spitter was a little bit closer to the left, I think I could go up and shoot some of those stone guys all the way to get more of those 2 gators on the left on her, but I can't really make the order of activations work, so I'm just going to have to hope those 3 gators can do it. So that's what I do. A little bit of a fuzzy picture because it's focusing on the top of the Mountain King. But really what happens is that I come up here, I pop feet, I bring back the 2 gators, then I bring up the 1 spitter. It's going to shoot and do a little bit of damage to, I don't even remember what even shot. Oh, Janissa. I need Janissa out of the way because of her little force lock thing. So luckily I take her out. She doesn't tough. Nice to have her out of the way. And then I have the 3 gators get to charge onto Calandra. 2 of them you can see get right onto her, and then the last one, the leader, was just barely in there to get reach. And man, it's rough. Like normally I'm cold-blooded coming in here, so I'm needing 7s to hit, re-rolled, not normally too hard, but when you have to roll an extra dice and drop the highest, it was hard to frickin' hit her. But luckily, after all the attacks, the very last one finished her off. She does not tough. And there you go. So my opponent was kind of kicking himself, or because normally you don't see feats like this, right? Maelok and gators. How often do you have to deal with this stuff? So I kind of snuck through here. I think if he would have known about this, he just would have had more of the stone being in front of her. But I mean, yeah. When do you expect gators to turn magical and run through your lines? So either way, there's the game. Win for Maelok, and hopefully you liked watching the pink gators do their thing. All right, catch you later. Bye.